capacity of interim GoTeam chair for this meeting. And then the interim secretary will be Katie Clark, and she will start by taking roll.
All right, Caroline Brown,
Yes, here, present.
Sean Garrett,
Present.
Dominique James,
Present.
Brianna Greenberg,
Present.
Emily Seago,
Present.
Nicole Hayes is not here.
Present.
Dominique James,
Present. I'm present.
Brianna Greenberg. All right, sorry, the streaming was overlapping. Jamie Manning.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
All right, and those are our current active GoTeam members.
Okay.
So we do have a quorum established based on our GoTeam, and our first action item is to approve the previous minutes. You all received those. You all received those in an email prior to this meeting. Is there a motion to approve agenda or motion to amend oh, sorry, it's motion to approve agenda first, my bad.
I move to approve the agenda of the last GoTeam meeting.
And I did drop it into the drive.
All right, seconded by,
Second.
okay. All right. Members approving? Aye.
Aye.
Members opposing? Members abstaining? All right, the motion passes. Oh,
All right, Katie, so I'm gonna start here in the script, and if you will take minutes so we can keep that straight all at once and post those. Thank you. All right, so now we're gonna move to filling the vacant seats in the open community member seat. Before we start this process, I'd like to remind the GoTeam of the following. The principal brings forth the nominations for vacant seats. All GoTeam members have only one vote per seat. Individuals filling a vacant seat will serve until the conclusion of that seat's term. Individuals filling an open seat will serve for a full 2-year term. Upon approval, individuals are immediately full GoTeam members and may join the meeting. All right, we will begin by filling our vacant seats. These are seats which have been vacated prior to the end of a term. I have the following nominations for our GoTeam's vacant seats and my rationale for these. I nominate Deborah Jackson, who is sick, and so she's not here with us today, to fill the position of staff member. Deborah is our mathematics coach. She is interested in continuing her leadership development within APS. She's interested in the direction that the school is moving, and so she would be a valuable member to have on our team. Does anyone have any comments or discussion about this nominee? Okay, we will now vote on the nomination of Deborah Jackson for the position of staff member. All in favor, please say aye or raise your hand.
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed, please say nay and raise your hand. Any abstentions? Please say abstain or raise your hand. All right, we will now move to fill the open community seat. This person will serve on the GoTeam for the full 2-year term. I nominate Ryan Augustine to fill the open community seat. Katie, give us Ryan's background. Ryan, thank you so much for agreeing to be a member of our Go Team. I do know that you're a part of the East Lake community, and interested in ensuring that the community thrives and is successful. So I'm so glad you're here.
Yes,
Yeah.
Ryan is an Eastlake resident. He lives near us and he works for the CDC, and he's really active in volunteering in Atlanta and working with Trees Atlanta. And so I thought he would be a great community member. He does not have kids, but he is really invested in this neighborhood. And so that's why I chose to bring him to the table.
Thank you, Katie. And Ryan, I'm so glad to have you. I absolutely appreciate having non-educators and non-parent lenses brought to the table. It gives us another viewpoint. And so thank you very much for joining us. I lost my spot. Okay. Now we will proceed to vote on the nomination of Ryan Augustine for the community member seat. All in favor, please say aye or raise your hand.
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed, please say nay or raise your hand. Any abstentions, please say abstain or raise your hand. Okay, now we will now move to fill an open community member seat. This person will serve on the Go Team for a full 2 years. I nominate Yashika Primrose to fill the open community member seat. Ms. Primrose, are you back there?
Yes, ma'am, I am.
Okay, tell me how long you've lived in this community.
A little over 2 years, but I'm not new to the community.
Right, that's right.
So in all, maybe 40 years.
And so Ms. Primrose has worked very hard at promoting, sending neighborhood children to Toomer. If I need anybody to go out there and beat a drum, she'll do it in a quick minute. She shows up at all of our community engagement activities. And so I'm pleased to nominate her to be a member of our Go Team. So now we will proceed to vote on the nomination of Ms. Primrose for the community member seat.
Ms.
All in
Primrose, I know you were thinking about it. Do you accept the nomination?
I do accept the nomination.
Thank you. All in favor, please say aye or raise your hand.
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed, please say nay or raise your hand. Any abstentions, please say abstain and raise your hand. Okay. All right, we will review and approve the meeting minutes from our last meeting. Those minutes have been provided to you. Are there any corrections? The minutes simply are the meeting where we approved the final budget last year. They just say approve a budget. All right, may I have a motion to approve the previous meeting's minutes?
Move to approve the previous meeting's minutes.
Second.
All in favor, please say aye or raise your hand.
Aye.
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 All opposed, please say nay and raise your hand. Any abstentions? Please say abstain and raise your hand. Okay, so now we're gonna move to the election of the Go Team officers. This is the work that we have to do today. So we will move to electing Go Team officers. Before we begin these nominations, I'd like to remind the Go Team of the following. Nominations do not have to be seconded. Any member may nominate themselves. Any member may nominate more than one person for any position. A member may decline a nomination during the nomination process. Members may not serve more than 2 consecutive terms, i.e. 2 years, in the same office or position at the same school. Nominees do not have to leave the room during the nomination period or when a vote is taken. If there is more than one nominee per elected office, each nominee will be offered an opportunity to share why they should be elected to that seat. The newly elected officers will assume their position starting at the conclusion of this meeting and serve for 1 year or until a new officer is elected. All voting members have only one vote per seat. Any questions about those rules? All right, first we will elect a GoTeam chair. As a reminder, the responsibility of the chair include, but are not limited to, leading GoTeam meetings, working with the principal and GoTeam to develop meeting agendas, ensuring every GoTeam member has an opportunity to be heard, and monitoring team compliance. I will now open the floor to receive chair nominations. And actually, before I do that, I do want to thank Sean for his 2 years of service. He knows Robert's Rules of Order. He kept us on track and pace. And Sean, I am grateful for your leadership with the Go team. I actually learned a great deal with you. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
So, like I've said, and as you may see, I am reading a script. The Go Team office downtown is very supportive at supporting any Go Team member, but particularly Go Team's chairs on what the rules are, how to go about leading a Go Team. I am always available. Katie backs me up. Should I not be available to answer your questions? And so, do we have anybody who either desires to be chair or anybody who wants to nominate someone? Look, Sean, we always pick on the new people, don't we?
Yes. Let's see. Shall we just go down the list and start nominating?
Look at yeah, shaking my head. So actually, I really was thinking about picking on new people, and I was looking at Ryan because Ryan, you have experience working out in the community and may have participated on a committee like this similarly in other nonprofits out in your neighborhood. Is that possible?
I wouldn't say as a chair, but I've helped different nonprofits and stuff like that. Um, I'm not against it. I'm just a little nervous since it's my first time joining that I won't know exactly what to do. But if you feel like that's not a barrier, I can definitely
No, I don't think
volunteer.
it's a barrier. I don't think it's a barrier either, as I am an educator, not somebody with Robert's rules. And I have this nice little notebook, this is word for word, what I'm supposed to do.
Okay.
And so you're just somebody there who really keeps us on track, um, making sure that we open up for discussions as necessary, create space for other people to add, because we do have some other work we were going to do this year besides the budget.
Okay. Yeah, if you don't feel like it's a barrier, I don't mind volunteering for that.
Okay. So if there are no other further nominations, then I will close the floor and we will begin the confirmation process. We have one person being considered for the chair seat. The nomination for chair is Ryan Augustine. And at this time, I will offer the chair nominee an opportunity to explain what their interest may be in being chair, other than I twisted his arm in public.
Well, I mean, Katie, I know Katie for a while, and I think I usually like volunteering for the science fair at Toomer every year. I see what such a great community this is, especially for all the children that go there. So when Katie approached me about this opportunity to help out, I know I was very interested. From just kind of a leading point, part of my responsibility for my current job is kind of project manager, so leading our annual report and stuff like that. So I have a little bit of background knowledge in that. then overall, I think an important thing is making sure that we allow people the opportunity to speak their minds, to provide their expertise. And so, it's something that I try to do with most of the things I do. So yeah, I think, if everyone's okay with it, I'd be more than happy to stay to be the chair for this next year.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, Ryan. I appreciate that. So please raise your hand to vote for your choice of chair or go team. That is out of order. Give me a second. Okay, so please raise your hand if you'd like to vote for Ryan as GoTeam chair.
Aye.
Okay. Are there any abstentions at this time? Please raise your hand. Okay. Thank you very much, Ryan, for serving as our GoTeam chair this school year 24-25.
Thank you.
All right. The other position we have is vice chair. As a reminder, the responsibilities of vice chair include, but are not limited to, ensuring the GoTeam follows parliamentary procedures, working with the principal and chair to develop meeting agendas, and acting as chair if the chair is not present. I will now open the floor to receive vice chair nominations.
I'll just nominate myself for vice chair.
Thank you, Sean.
You're welcome.
He is an expert at procedures. Any other nominations? Okay, I will close the floor and we will begin the confirmation process. We have one person being considered for this. The nomination for vice chair is Sean Garrett. And then Sean, would you give us a little spiel on why you're the best person?
Yes. My name is Sean Garrett. I am a assistant county attorney for the DeKalb County Law Department, where I specialize in board meetings and the procedures on authorities and other government and quasi-government organizations. I was the chair of the Go Team for the previous 2 years, and I am an expert in Robert's Rules of Order and other necessary legal issues when it comes to boards like this.
Thank you, Sean. Okay, so please raise your hand if you'd like to vote for Sean as our vice chair of our Go Team. Okay. Do we have any abstentions? Okay. Thank you, Sean. You will serve as Go Team vice chair for the school year. Okay, so now we need to elect a secretary. And as a reminder, the responsibility of the secretary include, but are not limited to, posting the Go Team documents, that's agendas, summaries, and minutes to the website and to the school. That takes place with the support of Katie. Taking minutes at the Go Team. Please remember that there is a template that you fill out. It's not something that you have to understand how minutes work. You just basically follow the slots in the Go Team minutes. Ensuring the Go Team is in compliance with Georgia open meeting laws, and Diane Jacoby downtown will support you in any questions that you have. Would any nominations for a secretary? There you go, Brianna. Was that a finger you were raising? Be brave. You'll do just fine.
I was going to nominate you, Bree.
Well, thank you. I was going to nominate me too.
Okay. Absolutely. Anybody else? Thank you, Brianna. Brianna, will you, if there are no other further nominations, I'll close the floor. And we will begin the confirmation process. We have one person being considered for secretary seat. The nomination for secretary is Bree Greenberg. At this time, Brianna, would you offer a statement on why you're interested? You're on mute. It's still muted. There we
Okay, I
go.
don't know. Why is my microphone not muted?
We hear you now. Oh, well.
We're on again.
She's great with
Thank you.
tech.
I
I-
am not.
I-
I'm a lot more tech savvy than this normally, guys. Please don't judge me on this one. I would love to be nominated as the secretary because I love tumor. I'm a tumor cougar and I would love to help in any way possible. And I think being the secretary will kind of get me out of my comfort zone and allow me to assist in any way possible.
Oh, I applaud you for being willing to step out of your comfort zone.
Thank you. Katie, can you hear me? I don't know why my phone is not letting me mute.
Okay, if there are no, please raise your hand, if you would like to vote for Bree as the secretary for the Go Team. Okay, any abstentions? Please say abstain or raise your hand. All right, congratulations, Bree. You will serve for Go Team Secretary for the school year. Okay, now we will elect the Go Team Chair's cluster rep, and the cluster representatives may hold other positions, chair, vice chair, secretary. As a reminder, the responsibilities of the cluster rep include, but are not limited to, attending all cluster advisory team meetings, there's about 3 of them, and then reporting back to the Go Team on those meetings. I also attend those cluster team meetings and would partner with the person who participates in the cluster team. And that is a group, it's all the principals in the Jackson cluster, along with their Go Team rep. As we get together, and for the most part, the work in the Jackson cluster has been around how to promote the cluster as a whole to the East Atlanta community. So, do I have any nominations for this position?
Miss Brown, do we know when the meetings are?
Not yet, but we get together. The first one's probably in October. So there's one generally in October. There may be one in January and then one in March. And that'll be it. Kind of depends upon a lot of the business of the cluster team. Actually, the principals have already done this year based on what we've done in the past. Are you interested in doing this work with me?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Okay, so if there are no further nominations, I will close the floor. Any further? Thank you. We will begin the confirmation process. We have one person being considered for cluster rep. The nomination for cluster rep is Emily. She's not Art Schuler anymore. She's Seago. So please raise your hand. Oh, so Emily, I'll offer you an opportunity to tell me why you would like to do that.
Hi, everyone. Many of you I don't know, but like Bree, oh, my name changed. Thanks, Katie. I'm assuming that was you. I absolutely love tumor and getting involved in our community. I'm always spreading the word. Live over on the west side, but I would just love to continue the work that we have at Tumor with the other schools in the Jackson cluster, especially giving that special education voice to the team.
Thank you, Emily. All right, please raise your hand to vote for Emily as cluster rep. Okay, any abstentions? Please say abstain or raise your hand. All right, congratulations, Emily, and thank you. You'll serve as the GoTeam cluster rep for this school year. All right, our last little piece of business is to review and approve, besides set the date. Review and approve the public comment portion protocol. We will now, the public protocol that we have used in the past was straight out of the GoTeam manual. And I will read it as it is written here. Opportunities for public comment shall be provided at least 4 times in a school year and noted on the GoTeam's webpage and meetings agenda. GoTeam members will not provide responses or engage in direct conversations during the public comment. Each GoTeam will determine a consistent method for receiving public comments and for parents and other citizens to sign up and address the team. At least 20 minutes of time will be allotted for the public to make comments at meetings where public comment is permitted, and the public will receive at least 2 business days notice of the public comment protocol. So as I'm going to go through this, the piece we have to work on, as we are going to be a strictly Zoom only, we have to figure out how we're going to allow for that input, sign up, etc. Sean, you got any ideas on that?
So I'm actually incredibly confused by our going off to do this exclusively on Zoom, and I might proffer a little bit of a legal opinion. I don't think the Georgia Open Meetings Act allows us to do that.
I got this directly from downtown.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm confused. Just my interpretation is we've had to do that where there's been people who are missing, and under the law as it is, you can do that only on an emergency basis pursuant to Section 1 of the Open Meetings Act, of which, as used in this paragraph, emergency conditions shall include, et cetera, of which under circumstances necessitated by emergency conditions, you're able to do a totally teleconference meeting and have that be fulfilling to the Georgia Open Meetings Act. But you still have to have any other time that it is not an emergency condition. You have to have a quorum that is present. And also you need to have the persons who are teleconferencing in need to have a actual valid medical excuse stating that they are unable to attend in person and they can only do that 2 times in a year. So if we have to meet 6 times, I'm not certain how that's gonna work.
Me either. Okay, so let's
I can do this. You want me to send Sean the communication we got from the district?
yes, will you actually post it in the drive and put a link in the chat?
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Yeah, because I'm curious about that because I know that we have a interesting quasi-public, but still we receive over 33 and a third percent of our funding from the government, so we're still subject to the Open Meetings Act.
Right. So Sean, this is not in here. What I want to do actually then is table this. I need to sit down and talk with Diane.
Yes, please.
With your feedback, and then come back with specific information that is a part of our charter, because that's what it comes from that.
It could be that, yeah, that there's like certain facets of having separated out from the greater state organization.
Right. And I can't tell you that we have that. So let me, thank you very much for that. Katie, I'm making a note in my notebook that we're gonna add, the first item, action item for our next meeting will be to approve this, our public comment based on what I find out between now and then about what the rules are with what Sean has said.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
Because otherwise, the way that I would probably go through with it is that under usual situations involving public comment, people come in, deliver the comments in person, but
Yes,
also you can provide a written comment, which would then be read into the record. And then
right.
it would be posted on with the minutes as being part of the record of the meeting, which the minutes record. And so that could be a possibility if people can't come in. Could always do a list where we give the Zoom link to the people who sign up and provide their comments ahead of time for interaction with everybody. And that also seems to be legally permissible.
Okay. Somebody? Okay, so I want to, because I don't want to limit access for anybody. So let me, I want to take, I want to make can I make a motion? I can because I'm chair today. I want to make a motion that we, delay this to the first action item of our next meeting. We still will have opportunities for 4 opportunities for public comment, as we usually run those around the budget meetings in the first place, which won't be in September. So I'm make a motion to table this until action item number 1 in our first business meeting.
I will second that motion.
Okay, all those in favor say aye.
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 All those opposed say nay. All those abstaining say abstention. Abstain. Okay, so I've got my notes here. I will follow up with Diane downtown, and we will add that to our agenda. Ryan, I will speak with you as to make sure there's clear understanding of what the law says, and then what are either workarounds or how we'll set up for in the media center to actually do it, so that we live stream and have opportunity for people to come into the building.
Sounds good.
Okay. All right. So our next action item is to set the GoTeam meeting calendar. We need to have at least 6 business meetings. 4 of those are to permit time for public comment. Meetings cannot be held during the instructional school day, and meetings must be live streamed and recorded. Meeting locations for hybrid meetings must be places that can accommodate the public, i.e. not a conference room. So let me tell you, so I'm asking for suggestions from meeting dates and times. We would want to have 3 meetings around the budget process. There's some really tight deadlines from the district. As the budgeting process is the major meat of what the GoTeam does. So we would have one in the middle of January. We would have one in the middle of February and in the first 2 weeks of March. The book says 3rd week of March, right, in early March for budget approval. So then we would have one in September for me to share our end of the year data. Then we usually have one in October or November where we set our priorities. We do not have to write a strategic plan this year. We are in the last year of our strategic plan, and we just will focus on and choose and order our priorities from the last strategic plan. And that usually takes 2 meetings. And then after the budget meeting, after we have the last set of data, then we have an end of the year closing meeting. So if people will look at their calendars, in the past, we have run a meeting before the family engagement meeting, which is the last Tuesday of the month this year. Does that work? Jamie, can you tell me when the family engagement meetings are for September and October? You're on mute.
September is September 24th.
The 24th, okay.
And October is October the 29th.
October the 29th. Do those 2 dates work? Those are on Tuesdays. And we could have them at 5 o'clock.
Yeah, that works for me.
Okay, and the staff is here anyhow.
Yes.
Miss Primrose, does that work for you?
That work,
Me.
that works
Okay.
for me.
Okay. And then I'm going in my calendar. So that in January, I get the budget usually around, that's probably the 15th of January. Jamie, when's family engagement for January?
January 28th.
28th. Okay. So that works. I'll have the budget all worked out. I would have had time to work with the leadership team to design that budget. January 28th. That's 128. Then in February, I probably have to have it before February 17th because I have to go to, I sit down with the superintendent and associate soups to share the budget that the leadership team and the Go team put together. That's usually around the 3rd week in February. I just lost my calendar. So would February 11th, are we in school February 11th? Katie?
Yes.
Yes, we are. Okay. So February 11th would be the February date. And then March 11th for the March date. And we work around those dates so that we can hit necessary board meeting dates as we do the budget process. And it has stayed the same even though we've had 2 or 3 different superintendents. So I'm not expecting that to change at all. And then we would set the last one in May, which would be testing, which would be May 20th. That's also a Tuesday. I'm keeping all these on Tuesday. Or we could have it the last week in April. Jamie, do we have family engagement April 29th?
No, that's during testing.
Yeah, it's usually the GMAS one for just 3 through 5.
Oh, April 20, when is family engagement in April?
I don't have one on the calendar.
Say again?
I don't have one on the calendar. You got a parent meeting on the 22nd.
I got a parent meeting on the 22nd. Okay, so let's do the last one in April. April 22nd, which is a Tuesday. Does that work for the non-staff people?
Sounds great.
Works for
Okay.
me.
Okay, so we will
Works
post,
for me.
thank you, Ms. Primrose. We will post those on our website, and then they'll be in the minutes today, and they'll come out. Let's see. Now we got a public comment. So public comment, I like to do them when we set our priorities. So if I have people who would like to comment on that, and which would be the October date, and then the 3 meetings around our budget, which would be January, February, and March, to allow for opportunity for comment and feedback from the community then. Does that make sense to everybody?
Yes, it does.
Great. So we will mark those as public comment once we figure out how we're going to do that. Okay, so now that we have our calendar, may I have a motion to approve the calendar?
Do you need a motion or are
No.
you?
May I have a motion? It says I need a
Okay,
motion.
then I second that motion.
Okay, all in favor, please raise your hand.
Aye.
All opposed, please raise your hand. Any abstentions, please raise your hand. Great, now we're going to review our GoTeam meeting norms. We will, in the past, we have used these same initial norms each time. Let me review them really quickly. This is a meeting of the GoTeam. Only members of the team may participate in the discussion. Any members of the public present are here to quietly observe. We will be fully present. We will follow the agenda as noticed to the public and stay on task. We will be respectful of each other at all times. We will be open-minded. We invite and welcome contributions of every member and listen to each other. We will respect all ideas and assume good intentions. We will approach differences of opinion with curiosity. Does anyone have changes to these norms? Okay. May I have a motion to adopt these norms for our GoTeam?
Move to adopt the norms for the GoTeam for the 2024-2025 year.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor, please say aye or raise your hand.
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed, please say nay or raise your hand. Any abstentions, please say abstain or raise your hand. Okay, cool. All right, now I have a few information items, the principals update. I really don't have much. It is curriculum night, so if you want to, the staff is all here. Community members, if you want to swing by, please do. I do have a principal's report to announce that our enrollment is at 453. So we hit our budget numbers and a little bit over. We got a little extra money as we were going to run real thin. Those of you who remember the budget, we had no money to buy paper. We now have money to buy paper. And so that's a good news. The other thing that is new is we are a total free and reduced lunch school. That is a new change as we lost that and then we got that back. And with that came additional Title I dollars. that we will use. And so when we get ready to do the budget next year, we'll have those additional dollars in our budget. So we'll have some leeway. And just to let you know, I have taken most of that money and hired some teacher tutors to help us with our intervention blocks, and made sure each grade level had sufficient funds to participate in the field trips that they wanted to, as field trips have gotten very expensive in the city of Atlanta. And so there's a large amount of money there. We also are requiring all of our new teachers, as part of their evaluation, to attend IB training. And so we now have the funds to do that as we get ready to start our IB process again, authorization. Not this year, next year. Okay, an announcement. As you may or may not know, we have a new superintendent. Katie, are you there? Can you go get this link to the 100-day plan and drop it in the chat?
Yes, I got it.
Thank you. And here you can watch the video and listen to Dr. Johnson's chat. You also can see his plan and take his survey. It says listen to the survey, and if you actually push that button, you can take the survey. He is asking for feedback from community members, GoTeam members, as he spends his first 100 days. He is also will be at Maynard Jackson on September 28th to speak to the community. We're meeting in the auditorium over there, and everybody's invited for that. Okay, I need to remind you that all GoTeam members must complete the orientation training in order for us to be in compliance. Those are in the on the district's website. Katie, when you type up these minutes, will you please put a link to the minutes to the training?
Mhm.
And I think Ryan will need to take it, and Ms. Primrose will need to take it. Emily, did you take the budget last year? You didn't, did you? You came in later.
The training?
Yes.
I took the training over the
You
summer.
did. Oh,
I did.
okay.
Mhm.
Thank you very much, Emily. I appreciate that.
And there's a spreadsheet with who
Okay.
has or hasn't taken them, so I can
So-
send an email out.
Okay, great. And just as a last minute thing, I have to hurry up. Diane Jacoby has joined us. She's from the district office. I will meet with her offline to discuss this question we have. Okay. All right, we have reached the end of our agenda. Is there any additional business at this time?
Just a quick point of question upon what is happening at the Cohen building this year?
Oh, Kendesi Fourth Ward is there.
What is?
There's a school there.
Oh,
Yes, we have so there's they're gonna use the Cohen building as a yearly transition site for this round of SPLOT remodels.
okay. Oh, very okay. I see.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Right.
Okay, excellent.
So they get to learn from all the stuff we went through.
Yeah. Okay, excellent. Thank you so very much. I have no further business to inquire about, but that one had been just killing me for this since school started. I was like, what is happening there?
All right,
Like,
that's it. All right, may I have a motion to adjourn the meeting?
move to adjourn the meeting.
And a second?
Second.
Thank you. All in favor, please say aye or raise your hand.
Aye.
All opposed, please say nay or raise your hand. And any abstentions, please say abstain or raise your hand. Okay, this meeting is adjourned. I thank everybody.